everything should be functional.
Yes. Hello, folks.
We are starting another Mental Health Monday of fun farm activities. I forgot that you got a turtle.
Yeah. It's cute. I was thinking of something that could be fun to do for Stardew Valley. There is an option when it comes to mods where you can create a collection and a friend of your and somebody can just click to subscribe to the collection and they all install automatically for you. I was thinking it could be fun if I created a collection of mods and I don't tell you what it is and we start a new farm and you discover the new stuff.
That sounds like fun. I like that. I want to water the puppy, but she's standing in front of the water dish.
So I have to tell you, I felt a little betrayed by finding this out, but feeling the water bowl does nothing.
What?
It doesn't increase affection from the animal, it just does nothing. It's just a thing you can do.
Why why did they do that to me?
I was like, I feel betrayed.
I spent all this time thinking that it was important and being worried when I forgot it, and it doesn't matter.
No. It seems like, I guess your animals will just go drink from the pond, which makes sense.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh yeah, we don't have a loom yet, do we?
Right, that was something that we wanted to do. What did I need? I needed something. Wait, I think it was pine tar or something to build the.
Oh, we have a bunch of that.
Was it pine tar or was it? Hold on. Where is it in my list of things? Is that it? Loom. Yeah, so I need 1 pine tar.
Yeah, one of the mushroom logs has a ton of it right now.
Ooh, I'm on my way. Ah. Might as well collect them.
It's too bad I'm not streaming because that's very funny. I was looking at the friendship menu, and your character is there, but because of the mod that gives you goat leg, your goat legs are just kind of like twitching and tapping, like you're super excited on the screen. It's really funny.
Aw.
Oh, I remember now. What I was doing last time was trying to manage the thingy. That's the level of eloquence that I have tonight. The greenhouse. There we go.
Oh yeah. I couldn't find my notes because I've mentioned I always make notes about what I did, and I'm like I can't find my notes from last time, so I don't know what the hell I was doing.
I know I mentioned that like we should probably move the barn because the animals are all stuck for some reason.
Oh yes.
And I think I said something about needing a shed so that we can put like more. Like in sheds, we can fill them with like kegs and preserved jars and have like a central spot to keep all that kind of stuff and keep it compact.
Okay.
But that's the only things that I was thinking about.
So we just gotta think of where or how we're moving stuff around then.
I have a pretty good idea of where we can put the new barn. Well, where we can move the barn. I just wanted to get the come on, the greenhouse. But, oh, apparently I am better at my job than I thought because I just entered the place and it was already done.
Bender's Great gave me a star drop.
Star drop? I still haven't found all of them.
Apparently I have
There you
mayonnaise.
go. Syrup.
So where shall I put the loom?
Put it in the barn. That's where we shear the sheeps.
Alright. Ooh, lots of
Oh,
coins!
money!
Yeah. Damn,
Thank
that's a
you,
lot!
Bender. I guess there is a truth. Bender is great. Well,
Here's
Bender is great is great. Benderception. Futurama, do you think Futurama was extra funny in the UK because of the name Bender?
Mm.
No, the one that really gets me is I wonder how they had the reception to Avatar The Last Airbender.
It is funny thinking about how words can have different meanings around
Yeah.
places, even when they speak the same language. It's the slang can be very different.
Hey, long time follower, first time chatter. Hi, first time chatter. Automatical one.
Oh,
I should give
hello.
you like a picture of my character that you can put on your stream and that lights up when I talk, and you should put one of yourself too. That way people will know who talks.
Yes. I have to figure all
We
that
should do
out.
that at some point. I know I wanted to show you a lot about how to do these kind of things, but home life has been weird recently.
Mm, that is
Trying
understandable.
to remember what I wanted to do. Bit. Right. Okay, I remember. I'm going to have to break your beautiful fruit trees, though.
Ooh, different hair color.
Ooh, what is it now?
It's black.
Nice. Like my soul.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that as a self-deprecation things, people. I'm saying that because I'm really fucking got. I know my Twitch avatar is like a beautiful little seal with a happy smile and green hair, but in real life, I am very goth and very witchy. With a lot of piercings.
Oh, and Bender sent a hydrate. I will hydrate. I've been trying to keep hydrated all day. An automatical one. Thank you for being longtime follower, and I'm
First
glad
time
you were able to
chatter.
catch the stream.
Yeah. Do you think in the Marvel universe, like, the villain group Hydra has like put motivational posters in compound that just says "Hail Hydrate" to encourage their employees to hydrate?
Self
Because
care
like
posts.
if I was a supervillain, I would totally do that.
Well, even supervillains have to take care of themselves.
It would just be like, "Hail Hydrate." On average, on average day, a hydrate goon does this amount of work. Take care of your body and remember to drink. Oh no, we are going to have a deluge of toots. We are going to have a tea train soon.
Hmm?
One of your viewers just got a bunch of teeth to throw at the screen.
Oh, there they are.
Yeah, there they are.
It's raining
Which one are we
teeth.
missing? It's raining teeth. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay.
Mm. Is one of these? No.
Hmm.
Oh, there we go. This is where this should go. Where are we keeping things like fertilizer?
I usually keep a fertilizer bomb in the garage. No, I put it in the greenhouse, near the greenhouse with the seeds.
Oh, that's smart. All right.
If you want to throw a couple of fish in the fish griller from time to time, because we have a lot of them to process.
And they're all in the fridge? Is that where we even have?
No, the chest next to the sign is all the fish that don't have
Oh,
any special
yes.
recipes. They're just good for selling or making sashimi because any fish can be made into sashimi. Might as well sell them, and grilling them doubles their value.
Okay. I
You
got
just need
this.
to have some coal on yourself. Ah, God. I just was thinking about like fish, because I just said that like the fish smoker uses coal, and I was just thinking about like my days camping and like cooking fish in the coals of a fire. Memories. Because chatters, I am technically a vegan, but it's not. It's for spiritual purpose where I am willing to eat meat, but I have to kill the animal myself. I have to take that life so that it means something. Um, so I have no problem eating a fish that's been cooked over the coals of a campfire, but yeah, I have to catch it myself and I have to clean it myself. I've done it in the past. It's delicious. Um, okay. I'm gonna have to remove these and figure something out later.
Whoops.
All right. So I destroyed your trees again for a good cause, though. Now we're going to have fruits all year round.
That is acceptable. Don't we have... I'll just put these here for now.
Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to find a ton of mods, install them and test them to see that they're stable, and I'm going to start building a collection list to surprise you at some point.
That would be a lot of fun. I look forward to that.
I don't remember if we have any batteries. I don't think I've seen any.
I don't think we have batteries.
Not at the moment, at least. Maybe? Do we have any... What's the word? Okay, yeah, we do have some stuff for lightning. We might have some somewhere, and I just don't remember where I put them. I'm gonna look around.
Because I think I wanted to make some, and then that's when I put the lightning rods out, was because I realized that we had to collect the lightning or whatever.
You have to ride the lightning.
Mm-hmm.
You've been thunderstruck. Okay. I have to reorganize a couple of things here. Dump, bump, bump, bump. Um,
I spent most of the day just organizing stuff in my inventory, so I'm just wandering around to see if there's anything to scavenge in the remaining bit of the day.
mhm.
And then I think we got the bus
There we
fixed
go.
last time too, didn't we?
I don't remember. Maybe?
I think we did. So
Yes, we
that
did. Cool.
nice.
We really only have 2 more bundles to complete. Let me check what we need for them. Walleye, plant fish can get that in the desert. Puffer fish. We're in spring. That's gonna have to wait until summer. I think the other 2 ocean fish are this summer too. And for the bulletin board, oh, this one hasn't been touched at all. Poppies grow in the summer, I believe, so that's gonna have to wait for summer. Is it summer or is it spring? I don't remember.
I have no idea.
We're on our way for this one, but some of these are gonna have to wait for summer. What about this one? Apple tree, we're working on it. This one, rabbit's foot, we're working on it. And duck feather, also working on it. Yeah, the rabbits in this game will sometimes drop fluff that you can turn into cloth, but they also drop rabbit food. They just have like infinite feet for some reason. They're just
Makes
like
sense.
eldritch rabbits.
They just grow foot. They're like part lizard or whatever, you know?
Yeah, I think Marnie gets all of her barnyard animals from Monsanto. Mhm. Boop, bump, bump, bump. There we go.
Uh, whoops. I keep picking up the plant that's on my table. Here we go.
The person who I met on a date the other day has asked me out on a date. With the timing of everything, it's kind of unfortunate. Uh, but I was open about like the things that I was going through, and they were very understanding and said that they still are interested in meeting me when I'm ready. Which I
That's
do
good.
see as a green flag in a way, because I'm just like, I'm going through an emotionally difficult time, blah, 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 and they was just like, okay, well, I still want to see you. I'm fine with you struggling. Uh, if you still want to meet me, tell me. Otherwise, I'm willing to listen to you. And I'm just like, oh, this person's nice.
Yeah, that's nice. That's always nice when people react well to because good communication, I'd say, is a green flag. So you communicating those things clearly for them was probably a great green flag, and it's good that they recognized it as a green flag by the sounds of it, because communication is extremely important for a relationship to work. And then it's great when people respond well to that, because
Yeah.
it I dislike this like thought of that if you're going to start dating someone, you need to like hide parts of yourself or like pretend nothing's wrong or um, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was very honest with them on the first date that I struggled with BPD and explained what it was. So that they can like understand that this is a thing that I have that I can't really change about myself. And they said that, like, yeah, they have experience with people with PPD in their life, and they're fine with it. So, yeah,
That's good.
that's good. I know that our first date ended up being like two neurodivergent trans femme info dumping about a bunch of special interests to each other. Which, you know, is it's like first base for neurodivergent people. Just info dumping at each other.
I love when that happens, though, like the
Yeah.
the good info dump. I am going to... Can I take the bus and go to the place with the stuff? And how do you do that?
You have to wait until 9 a.m. for Pam to be there and drive the bus.
Fucking
Which,
Pam.
by the way, I am a little weirded out that one of the two village alcoholics is apparently the bus driver.
Yeah, so I saw someone made a funny post about that. About when you realize that the person struggling with alcohol issues is the bus driver. And that it makes
But
sense why it's
also,
broken.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, okay. Good. I'm gonna go pet the animals. Hello, Chimmykins. How are you today, Mr. Chimmikin? Mr. Chimmikin says hello. Whack. The concept of duck mayonnaise is funny to me because duck eggs are very, very salty. It must be salty mayo.
eggs. Yeah.
Oh, I also discovered that, like, well, I discovered I already knew that. Eventually, when you buy a cellar for your house, you can create casks where you can age items like wine and beer. But I also discovered that you can age like cheese, for example, and it ups its quality and allows you to like sell it for a higher price. And for a brief moment, my brain went, "Oh, cool! I wonder if we can do that with mayo too." And then I grimaced at the idea of aged mayo.
Yeah, that might not be as good.
They could like do aged eggs though. I'm surprised that you can't do that. I'm actually surprised that you can't use like the preserved jar to pickle eggs because pickled eggs are delicious. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention that one of the difference between you and me is that I am an ovo vegetarian. I'm not strictly a vegan. I kind of need the extra proteins because I'm slightly anemic. That's pretty much the only animal product I eat. But I do like to pickle eggs. And I do like to get my eggs local, from a local farm if I can. There's actually an ethical egg farm around here, so that's cool. Costs a bit more than the regular eggs, though.
She's late. She's late. Sorry. Damn. I'm waiting by the bus. I'm like, come on. Okay.
Yeah, Pam.
Can I get on it? How does it work? Okay.
Oh, you have to buy a ticket on the machine next to her.
Oh, right, yeah. I tried, then it said I had to wait for her to be there to buy the ticket. Yay!
I think I'm going to join you. Might as well. Is there going to be a second Pam here? That would be funny. Yes, there is.
Ooh, coconut.
Hello, Pam's sister Pam. I was just... Oh my god. I'm not going to install it, so I'm going to tell you about it. But saying that, I had the thought that I almost had the thought of wanting to install one of the most cursed mods that exists, which is Pam Horse, which is just that they give Pam's head on top of the horse so that you can ride a Pam horse around. It is so cursed, but so funny.
That sounds very uncomfortable. Also, there's a place called Oasis here? I assume it's a little different than the Oasis here in Toronto.
I mean, there is a back room that you can't enter under mysterious conditions. I miss Oasis. I think once I can save money again, I want to visit Toronto and go. Every time I've been to Toronto was with my ex. I would love to go on my own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do one of the open mics at Oasis.
I want to go to the Sapphic Night because from what one of my friends says, they are in desperate needs of top because otherwise it's just a bunch of shy lesbians around the pool talking to each other and yearning but never making a move.
Oh.
And she said, we need a top to disrupt things, Florence, please come. We need a top to be like, you girls need to fuck so that something happens. God. Stardew Valley is back in service. Oh, I'm so happy. Sandy is cuter in my game with the furry mod than it is in yours. Because she's a little moth, and I love moths.
I do not like her dress.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying she's prettier in my game. He changed her dress. She's just cute. And she's a moth. Beats are important. Oh, that's the thing. That's one of the things we're supposed to do. Was come on, brain. Build a mill so that we can process wheat and things like and rice and things like that into things that we can cook with.
Oh yes.
Let me get the sand fish for the bundle. Oh, and you can try your hand at the Skull Cavern.
What's that? You inserted the skull key into the keyhole. It's a perfect fit. Nice.
So the Skull Cavern is infinite floors and has some of the stronger monsters in the game. And the whole deal is that the lower you get on the Skull Cavern, the higher chance to find things like iridium, which is super important for endgame stuff, and also prismatic shards, which is also super important. So it's one of those, in the Skull Cavern, usually in the main mine, I try to get like everything valuable on the floor before I go down. On the Skull Cavern, I always prioritize going down as fast as possible, because the really good stuff only happens 100 floor plus down, and it takes a while to get there.
Okay.
Of course, one way around that is to just build a bunch of staircases. Fish, fish, fish. I'm fishing.
Oh.
Still haven't found a scorpion fish yet. Which is the rarest fish in the spawn. But I'm sure I'll get one eventually.
I'm down on the 3rd floor in the cavern so far.
Hell yeah!
There's a mummy.
Oh god.
Oh,
That is so insensitive, sorry. I made a little announcement on Fed saying that like I'm basically single again. And I got a couple of likes and things like that. And there's one person that left a comment of being like, I know it's none of my business, but I'm always curious to know why your relationships fall apart. Could you tell me about it? I'm like, no.
What the fuck? That's a rude thing to say.
Yeah? You're right. It's not none of your business. Jump in the hole, jump in the hole.
How do I jump in? I tried to... Oh, there we go.
By the way, mummies, you can only destroy them with bombs, or if you have a holy sword, which I do.
Oh.
That was one of my first drop I got when I joined your game, and I was like, what the fuck is this sword? Because it wasn't in the base game before.
Uh.
I like the comparison between our two gameplay where I'm just like fishing in the desert and you're fighting for your life.
Well, I should probably eat something to up my health. Yeah, there's a lot of people who are really bold with the fucking comments and questions.
Yeah, I know. But that person is one of the people that that tried to be to send me a friend request once, and their profile was like so fucking sketchy. I think I read it to you on stream once. It's the person who like already has slurs in his thing and says like, yeah, that's the one who says if you're generally specialized in female CDTVs and you're offended or even in term female, then tough titties. It seems everyone is offended by something today, and I was like, go away.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's also the person who lists race play and political play as some of his specialty.
Ugh.
Political play sounds excruciating. I feel like I could get the same out of this if I went to like Reddit for a second and said that I was a trans person.
Yeah, and like there's a difference between like I have people that tell me like politics don't belong in kink, but they're referencing like me making posts about politics or having intellectual political conversations with my submissives and stuff as having politics in kink. And which is not even close to the same thing as political play. But meanwhile, kink is just inherently political.
It's political because our bodies are politicized, whether we want to or not.
Yeah, exactly. And someone saying like, "Oh well, I don't want to be around politics," is clearly speaking from privilege because
Yep.
yeah, because that means you can actually avoid it. Well, a lot of us can't. A lot of us have to pay attention to politics and are constantly surrounded by it. And kink is about, changing up a lot of those things. That's why there's, like I hate using the term slave, but there's like this slave master kind of dynamics and how things like Findom kind of flip the script on like the fact that women often don't make as much money as men and things like that. So, so yeah, it's really silly for people to try and claim that, there shouldn't be any politics in kink. But also,
people are also very naive if they don't think that right-wing politicians won't go after kink if they can.
exactly.
There is a reason why at every Pride parade there's like a banner for the bears and the Kinkster and things like that. It's because the Kinksters were just as politicized as gay people and things like that because it was all seen under the same umbrella as like being a degenerate to like to people that like they didn't really make a difference between a gay person and a person who's into kink. And honestly, people who think that like, oh, those kind of attitudes are gone away, it's in the past, they're not. They're just better about like spinning out how they talk to not let it be apparent, but they want to go against all of that if they can. Like,
Yep. And there's always been people who want to make things like kink illegal, and like to say that it's abuse and stuff like that. And it doesn't help that like people like, for example, the TikTok doms nowadays that just jump into, oh, I'm
oh
gonna
my
dom
God.
someone, but I know absolutely nothing about the scene and I don't know anything about safe play, and I think that all of this
Yeah.
is like real life. So I'm gonna go treat someone like shit and ignore safe words and stuff. They really
Yeah.
add to the ammo.
Well, yeah, and I mean, it's all linked, and like the whole thing about like the attack on trans people thing. We do know that it was like a focus tested thing with the Heritage Foundation trying to find a way to like because they don't like them, they were trying to focus group what kind of arguments would work with the general public, and that's how they came to to the campaign about like women's in sports, because that's what seemed to be working the best to get people to turn against trans people. And it's like a whole campaign because they start with trans people, but it's not where they're going to end. There's a whole end goal there, and they just were like, well, that's the queer identity that people are the less comfortable with right now. That's where we can put our anchor, and people don't realize that. That's why like the whole LGB without the Q, LGB without the T is like, you guys are shooting yourself in the foot, because the moment they're done with trans people, they're coming for you.
Yep.
And this division is not helping anyone. And it's just like, first they came for the trans people, and I didn't do anything because I was not trans. But like that's pretty much it, yeah. Oof. I mean, with the executive orders that came out against trans people, I wouldn't be surprised if we think that like a month or two they're starting to come back after gay marriage, and then the same people who are just like campaigning against the right of trans people who are gay and queer and things like that will, yeah, they probably won't say anything because they're too cowardly, but they'll probably try to find a way to still blame trans people for it, if I'm completely honest.
Yep.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Mental Health Mondays, and now I'm talking about sad stuff.
Well, that's part of mental health, though. Is I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening, especially lately, to do with
Mm,
people's rights, and it's, I mean, that impacts your mental health, um,
yeah,
because, you know, for obvious reasons, when
yeah.
your identity and stuff like that is threatened.
Mhm.
Do
Yeah.
I have a totem on me? I do, so I can just get back real quick. Alright.
Mm, okay. Let me see. Where would we move the farm? If I had, my idea was probably like here, so that the poor animals stop being stuck, I guess.
Yeah, they're just glitching through each other.
Yeah, but it's only the barn animals. The other ones seem to be fine with that tiny enclosure. Well, okay, I think we should move the barn here. I'm going to just fill the ground so you know where I think it should be. Yeah, because you're the only one who can move stuff, so.
Okay.
Did you find anything cool in the mines?
I got some more of the iridium ore, a little tiny bit.
Oh, good. We're gonna need a lot of those to make sprinklers.
And other than that, nothing too crazy cool. Well, it's 1 a.m. All right.
I don't know why, but I walked to the greenhouse like I was going to sleep in there.
Well, that would be nice, just setting up in the greenhouse.
I wouldn't mind. Probably would be humid. And have bugs.
Just get one of those mosquito nets. Or sleep in a tent.
Yeah. Boop. It's Queen of Sauce Day. I love Queen of Sauce. I like her much better than Queen of Spades. No, that's an obscure term for people who are not in the king community. Sashimi. Okay.
I see you've entered the Skull Cavern. Well done. I've got a better challenge for you, kid. Make it at least 25 levels deep. I've got a mountain of coin to send if you can do it. Your friend, Mr. Key? What is that? QI? I don't know.
He's a mysterious Mr. Key. He has like several little quests. I think if you get all the way to level 100, you get like something very special.
Nice. Well, I got down to level 15.
Nice.
Here, I really want a plate of
Strawberries.
sashimi.
Do you think you could move the barn if you want to
Yes.
go back to the desert before you go back to the desert?
I'm not going to go
Move
to
the
the desert
barn.
today, but I'll go move the barn as soon as she's
Okay.
open, and I'll just need you to tell me where to put it.
Yeah, I tilled the ground where I think it would be nice. And can you put the coop where the barn was? For the
Yes.
chicken kitchen. Chicken. Chickadee. We're also going to have to need eventually 2 more silos because that's how many silos you need for an entire winter when all your barns and coops are full, but it's not like it's not an emergency right now, so
Okay.
alright, it's not urgent. That's what I was looking for. I wish I had the power to move stuff. Because there's a bunch of stuff I would move around. Oops. I would put the greenhouse where the fish ponds are, for example. Closer to where all the crops are. But I don't know where I would put the fish ponds. Yeah, it's fine. Alright. Hello, Mr. Dinosaur.
Alright, I'm gonna head out to see Robin and move that barn.
That darn barn. Think about it, I should probably be out of the barn if you want to move it.
Wonder what happens if you're in it. Will it let me move it with you in it?
I'm gonna assume it's gonna give an error message.
Do I have to select which one, or can I just...
No, you can just move.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, I am running around where I want the new barn to be.
Well,
Let me get out of the way.
There?
Yes.
And then move the coop over.
Yeah, to where the barn was. But now there's a cow in the way.
Come on. Moo cow,
That's fine.
move. Oh well.
Moo cow moo.
I'll put it there for now and then we'll...
That's city cow.
Oh, the cow moved. Can I get it? Can it? No. Didn't move enough though.
Mm-hmm. Is there anywhere that I can move a cow? Okay. I wonder if I push on the cow, it's gonna move. Oh, you managed to move it. Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Woof woof.
Hmm. Wait, I have 83. How much is it to upgrade the house?
Hmm?
You can increase the size of your house and add a nursery. It will cost 65,000 gold. Which, I mean, we have enough.
I don't think it's an emergency right now. I don't think it's a priority compared to like having the sheds and the
I was gonna run back and grab some wood so I could build one shed.
I have all the wood right now, but I can go and build the shed once I'm done doing the fences.
Okay.
I hear you have to be careful about those though. They can become haunted and then you have to deal with a ghost in the shed.
Hmm.
Although I think one of my favorites is Ghost in the Shed standalone complex. There we go. Hello, puppy. Okay, what do I need to build a shed again? Just wood, I think. Yes. Okay. This friend that's inviting me to stay with them is actually one of my exes.
Hmm.
We've made up. We had a talk about the way that they hurt me, and they took accountability, and we're trying. They've become one of my biggest supporters. We're not gonna get back together. They're just want to help me because I helped them a lot in the past.
Well, that's good that they want to be there for you. And yeah, there can be a big difference between when you're with someone romantically and when you're just being supportive friends. Sometimes people can bring out the worst in each other without meaning to when they're together. And I think
yeah, I mean that situation is very different.
Hmm.
It was a huge lack of communication on their part and checking in on me and not doing ethical polyamory, where we came to a thing where I was like their dom and their partner, and we had a thing where like we were exclusive, we were like poly but exclusive in kink, and then they went ahead and got a new dom without telling me first. Well, we're not negotiating with me first, and without even me knowing that there was a new person that they were talking to on the side and things like that. And they were like, "Well, we're polyamorous. I can do whatever I want." I'm like, "But we said we were exclusive when it comes to kink. That's what we negotiated." Anyway.
Yeah, that's can be. Um, that's one of the tough spots of polyamory. Is there's a lot of people who need to learn about ethical non-monogamy,
Mm-hmm.
and that like being polyamorous doesn't mean just running around and doing whatever you want with no communication. It's very important to talk to your partners. And like I've been in poly relationships where it is temporarily monogamous because our relationship needed that focus.
Mm-hmm.
And because we needed to give each other that attention and work on our relationship and to show respect to each other and to show that we were serious about being together, it required focusing on each other. And we had, both agreed that bringing other people in or having other relationships when we were supposed to be focusing on fixing what was wrong with ours felt disrespectful to our relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Because, starting a new relationship where you're going to be putting in all this energy to this new person when you're supposed to be working on your other relationships. It's not a good idea.
Yeah. In our case, I am usually pretty much fine. I'm not that possessive of my subs. I'm okay with them having auto dumps and things like that. The main thing about this situation is that they were new to kink and unsure, and they wanted me as a dom because they have always wanted to be a sub. And they were like, I would feel more comfortable if you had like an exclusive deal of dom sub until like I get more comfortable seeing other people in kink and things like that. And I was like, sure, I'm happy to do that. Like, we can renegotiate later. And then they skipped the part where we renegotiate later and went straight to finding another dom. And to me, it wasn't like that they had another dom that hurt me. It was the breach of trust because I'm just like, we negotiated this, and then you immediately went and found someone else. Like, that's a huge breach of trust. And they were like, but I thought you would be comfortable with that. I'm like, yes, so why didn't you talk to me about it first?
Exactly. They can't just assume levels of comfort. Things need to be communicated. And yeah, lack of communication can be a huge issue. And yeah, a lot of that can be people assuming things. Uh, they can assume that they know how the person's going to react and then just make a decision on that. Or I also I've encountered people who believe in the it's easier to ask for forgiveness
Mm,
than to discuss anything,
mm-hmm.
and it's like, well, no, because I'm only going to take I'm sorry so many times before I notice the pattern and then decide that this is not going to work because you're clearly just in a pattern of completely ignoring my boundaries and completely disrespecting me, and not listening to what my needs are, and instead just selfishly trying to focus on what you want and you know just trying to avoid any kind of confrontation about it.
Yeah, and in the case of me and this person, what happened is that like a solid like year and a half, close to 2 years later, they sent me a message out of the blue being like, I hope I can still reach you at this number. I think I need to take accountability for what I did to you back in the days. And like we had to talk, a sit down talk. And I think if it had been something like a week later that had come to me to apologize, I would have been a bit more like on my guard and suspicious. But like someone who contacts you like a year and a half, 2 years later to take accountability, I'm just like, okay, I'll hear you out, you know. And I'm glad I did because they like there was never any talk about like rekindling what we had. We were just like talking about our mental health and things that we were going through and our struggles. And they were just like, I'd like us to be friends. and try to see like if we can be in each other's life in that way. And I was like, yeah, I think I'd like that. And yeah, now they're considering they want to offer this to me. Um, I still need to examine it a little bit. But I don't know. Right now, my main focus is uh, feeling my emotions and all of that. So, okay, I think I'm gonna put a shit there and one there. Move these. I wish I could move my house closer to yours.
Am I able to?
Oh, you're probably able to. I wish I just could move stuff around, like the pet bowls. If we put our houses next to each other, I can put the two sheds one next to another, and we can have one for wine and one for like jams and preserves.
Okay, so like if I move
It's
your house right up against mine, type of
yeah,
thing.
and we'll
Okay.
probably have to move the pet bowls somewhere else. I just don't really know where at this point, but there's probably a way to arrange them so that they're more accessible too. What about this corner? Can this be pet bowl corner? Hmm. What if you move these? And it would make this place pet bowl corner. Oop. Ooh, Ko-fi page. You have a bot for your Ko-fi page now. Nice. Nice, nice, nice.
Oh yes. I just made. Is that how it's pronounced? Kofi or whatever. I'm.
That's how I've always pronounced it, but I am French.
I'm like I have no idea. I assume it's a play on the word coffee, and just didn't know how to say the word. So, but
These
I
letters in French are pronounced Ko-fi, so that's what I've been doing.
Kofi. Yeah, because I wasn't too sure, but because I'm like, is it Ko-fi? Is it?
I think that's how a lot of people pronounces it, but not my French ass.
Because I was always saying it Kofi because I assume it's a play on the word coffee.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just made an account or whatever. I'm fiddling around with a few things. I want to because I guess on there you can also make a feed for subscribers and stuff.
Mm.
So I want to try and do that, and there'll probably be a lot of mental health stuff on there, as well as some other things. And I've also been working on drawing out like emotes and stuff for Twitch. Once I perfect some for my own channel, I was going to start dabbling in making sets of emotes for other
Mm.
people. So, and
Fiddling around like a fiddler crab.
yeah.
Making emotes is actually decent money for artists.
Yeah, I saw a few people making like a nice little bit from that, and I thought that would be a good way to have a little bit of kind of passive income. I'm not good at commissions and stuff because I
Mm-hmm.
am not good at drawing things that other people want me to draw.
Mm.
But I blame my neurodivergency. I need to draw things I'm interested in. If I'm not interested in it, I just can't do it. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm fiddling around with that. We will see.
I'm just sad that you're not actually fiddling around with fiddler crabs. Fiddler crabs are cute. No, actually, horseshoe crabs are the cutest. On my tier list of crabs, I love vampire crabs and horseshoe crabs. Did you know that you can have vampire crabs that you can keep vampire crabs as pets?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Despite the name, they're not actually. They don't actually like drink blood. They're named like that just because they are the most goth-looking crabs. They are usually like very pretty, like red or like purple, and they're like really tiny crabs. They need a palarium, so they need like a tank that has both ground and water. And you just get two, and they're gonna make babies, and you need places for the babies to hide, or the parents are going to eat them because crabs are like that. But they're relatively easy to keep for how pretty they are. They basically just survive off whatever scraps you want to give them. Like after you're done eating, you can put some in the compost, but you can also just put some in the fiddler crab tank, and they're going to be happy with that. I really want some because they're adorable. They're really beautiful.
Hmm.
Oh shit, am I going to pass out and die?
You have it's 1 a.m. You got it. You can. Where are you?
I'm almost there. All right. Uh, Here we go. Yay. Ooh, bookseller. I have a little bit of money. I don't know if it's enough to get cool books.
Oh,
Hey there.
the old lady's talking to me.
Yes, me too. She's a puppy in my game. I think she gives you clay pots.
It's a lovely walk out here. I haven't seen this old farm in a long time. Looks even better than I remember.
I still have a theory that she fucked your grandpa.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, so a pot to grow. I was wondering because I noticed like it said I could buy cactus seeds
Yes.
at Oasis.
You can grow them in the greenhouse or in a pot. You can. The main thing with pots though is that sprinklers don't work on them, so you still have to manually water them. But they do allow you to grow more crops in other places, or if you just have like a crops that you like the look of, you can have them as a decoration, like a cactus.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have some cacti.
Oh yeah.
I used to love. Actually, it's mental health related, so yay, perfect timing. I used to love having. I had a terrarium when I was young. With cacti in it that I used to take care of. And I used to love doing that. It's really therapeutic. I'm actually really bad with plants. So I liked cacti because they were really hard to kill.
You should get the spider plant.
Oh yeah, I had a spider plant before too.
They are very hard to kill. I thought I had a stack of wood on me, but I can't find it.
Do I accidentally have it? No, I don't. Okay.
Well, let me try to find the wood. Where did I leave that?
Is it not? There's some in here.
Yeah, but we had way more than that because I wanted to build the shed. And I can't find it. Okay, well. In the meantime, we still need to move my house.
Yeah, I'm heading over there now.
Yeah, I'm just... What the fuck did I do? Oh, there it is. Phew. And I guess moving the pet water so that they're easier to access, but I don't know where to put them at this point.
I spaced out and walked past Robin's. buildings. Okay.
Hi, Pam. Oh, you want it to be like behind yours like that? Interesting.
Does that work?
I thought we were going to put it a little bit more forward so that like we're like neighbors next door to door.
I can move it more forward. I'm gonna put that down there for now. Boop. Move that dish. Move more forward. Where should I? Trying to figure out where I'm moving these dishes.
Dish.
Well, I kind of just put them all by the entrance for now, and then I guess we.
Yay, the Triforce of pet food.
Yeah.
Actually, our pets don't seem to eat; they just drink.
I didn't think of that.
I think it's because the game doesn't have like meat; it has fish, but like. I know there's like a mod that adds butchery to the game, and I was like, I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah.
They're too cute. Oh my god, the turtle is in the way. Okay. No, the little lamp is in the way, fuck. Do you think you can move out the lamp that's on the lawn over there?
Where? This one?
Yes.
Whoops. I went into the thingy. Hold on. How do I fucking... There we go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We're gonna need so much coal, though. I don't know where we're gonna get all that.
I will have to go back to the mines.
Yeah, it's to make more preserved jars. It requires coal for some reason. Oh. Right.
So I've had a song stuck in my head, and then I sing it to myself, and I just sound like I'm stimming because it's that Kendrick Lamar song, Peekaboo or whatever, and there's a part where he just essentially goes beep bop boop bop beep bop bam, and I just sing that to myself.
I've just been having like rah rah Rasputin stuck in my head for a while.
Oh, that's a good one. I have a fond memory of that with to do with that song because a friend of mine, way back in the day, like before TikTok and all that stuff, um, they were just like, "Listen, you need to watch this video, but listen to Rasputin on top of it while you're watching this video." And it was a video of some people breakdancing, so I muted that and listened, and it just lined up so perfectly. It was amazing.
Oh my god, I had that experience with one of the one Taylor Swift song. I don't remember the name of her songs. What was it called again? Uh, but I guess I'm not going to find it again. But it was really funny. Oh well. Okay, I think there's a way I can get that. It's gonna require me to follow weird crumb tails that my neurodivergent brain wants to give me, so I'm gonna do that just because now my brain is invested in figuring out. Okay, I'm gonna have that for you soon. Ah. Okay. Yes, okay, I have it. So it's the Shake It Off song by Taylor Swift. Somebody put that over a 1988 National Aerobic Championship video, and it fits so well that it's so extremely funny. Hello, Mr. Turtle. Just turtling away. Committing crimes.
As turtles do.
Yes. All you people who think that turtles prevent crimes are very naive. They are part of the queer community, so they commit crimes. Everybody knows that.
Mm-hmm. I used to end up saving a lot of turtles when I used to go to the cottage with my family.
Oh.
Because they would always try and move from one lake to the other, and I'd always find them like kind of in between the lakes starting to dry out, and you know, would rescue them by grabbing them and taking them to the lake and setting them
Good.
loose. Yeah.
Good, good, good. There we go. Maybe we should get some incinerators going. Turn wood into coal. Wood is still an important resource at this moment. It's just that like the preserve jars and the kegs are going to be a big thing later, but we're fine for now. I'm gonna bake more fish. It's gonna take so long to cook all these fish. There we go. Pierre wants sashimi. I should probably... I can make that pretty easily. And Evelyn wants a leek. What else is there? Apricot. You have some. Okay. I think I can do pretty much all of these. Cool. Don't you want to bite into a delicious smoked sea cucumber? I don't know why, but that sounds gross. I don't think
Yeah.
that's how you prepare a sea cucumber.
Oh. Jarl Vanagrander just sent a note. Mr. or Mrs. Dora, I am writing to inform you that you have won 100 coins in the Malaysian
Yeah!
National Lottery. Yay!
I never win anything at the lottery. That's great. I mean, technically, I haven't yet because you won.
And then also, Gus sent a message. We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Oh my god, it was a trap. It was about the warranty all along.
Ooh, and sent some fertilizer too, some basic fertilizer.
What kind of car that? What kind of car is that?
And this is Jarl Vanna Grander with Microsoft Technical Support, and I am calling you today about a problem we have detected in your computer. If you could allow me to remote access your computer, I can walk you through fixing the issue for a support fee of $1.99 per minute.
Oh my god. I work in
Ooh.
tech. This hurts me.
And got a pizza.
Oh my god, I can't believe I'm going back to work tomorrow.
How are you feeling about going back to work tomorrow?
It's gonna be nice to have a distraction to focus on, I guess. I need the money, and I'm going to probably be very overwhelmed going back. But we'll see. My boss wants to discuss if I really want to have the 4-hour week thing that we talked about, which will give me 4 days of 10 hours instead of 5 days of 8. But it is waking up at... It is 7 to 5. I don't know if I have it in me. Like, I thought that like 2 days of intense work and 1 day to rest in the middle would be better for me, but now I'm starting to question it. Maybe I'm off. I'm having trouble waking up in the morning, and 9 I can do, but I don't know if I can do like 6. I don't know. I'll think about it still. This time.
Yeah, maybe you can talk to your boss about, like, maybe be honest about you're not too sure which you can do,
Yeah.
and maybe test some things out.
Yeah.
Maybe try and do your regular schedule, but try and wake up early to see if you would be able to make it to something that early. And then, if you can, then you can switch it.
Well, I'm already working from home, so I forgot to craft a scarecrow with coal and fiber. I don't know. That's why he wants to talk to me first, and I guess like I still have time before we talk about it, and the more I think about it, the more I think that like I'm already working from home. If I need to rest, I can just rest. That's part of the accommodation. It might be too intense for me to like get up that early in the morning, because I am a bit of a night owl, and like I can be like, okay, I'm gonna stay up until like midnight or 1 a.m. and then I'll wake up and log on my computer in the morning like for 9. But going to bed at like 10 so that I'm up enough, 10 or 11 so that I'm up enough for the work sounds like it's gonna be hard for me. So maybe it's better if I do the 5 days and just rest when I need it from home. I don't know.
Yeah.
The reason why I have accommodations from home in the first place is because I can rest more if I'm at home and I'm overwhelmed. So maybe it's overkill to have like the 4 days with the day in the middle.
Mm.
It might actually be more detrimental. So I don't know. I'll talk about it with my boss. I'll bring these concerns that I have, and we'll see.
Yeah. For me, I always preferred, like when I worked at my regular office, the funeral home and stuff. First of all, I always did overnights because I was a night person. And
Mm-hmm.
for the first little while when I was doing it, I was doing, um, now I can't remember which order it was. I was either doing 4 on, 4 off. No, first was 3 on, 3 off and 12-hour shifts, and then 4 on, 4 off. Also 12-hour shifts. And I preferred it that way just because, like, to get myself up and get my brain working was a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd rather, if I'm going to get myself up and get myself working, I would rather, and like do it for a long period of time. And then I can focus on doing that whole shift instead of having to reset my brain like multiple times throughout the week. I can just do it like those few days.
Mm.
I'm going to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, I am back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Yeah, for me with the shifts, I think partially because of how my ADHD brain works is just it takes me a lot to get started, get it functioning,
Mm-hmm.
and if I have more days per week that I'm supposed to be showing up for, even if they're shorter days, then I'm probably more likely to end up having to call in sick because I can't get myself started and get there.
Yeah, I think one of the advantages too, if I went just for my regular schedule, is that it wouldn't disrupt my streaming schedule too much. Because I don't have to worry too much about going to bed like on the dot and right after the stream when I need usually a cooldown period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The flower dance is tomorrow.
The flower dance! The dance where we honor Flowey from Undertale.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to the desert.
Yay! Bring me a creme brulee. Wait, you didn't say desert, right? That's almost the end of spring. We're running out of time if you want to catch the legendary fish. It's a very difficult challenge, though.
Do we just catch that fish anywhere? Or is that...
There's one legendary fish per season. In spring, you can only catch it when it's raining. And you have to cast your line in a very specific spot in the lake. It helps if you have and it only appears if you have max level in fishing.
Where the hell is... There she is. Get over here.
Huh.
Get on this bus. Alright.
Alright, I have a couple of quests to do.
Actually, I want to get a few more.
A few more what?
Cactus seeds.
Damn.
I only bought 2 and I'm like, you know what? I'll buy a few because I can just store them, but then... Why am I...
Yeah, cactus fruits aren't a good profit maker and there's no recipes associated with them. They're mostly there because for decoration, to be honest.
I'm going back into the skull mine thingies.
Yay! Alright, first on my stop is Evelyn. Who is not home. Where are you, Evelyn? Oh, you're at the clinic. Okay. Next is Emily. Or Gus. Gus is closer. I just looked at the list of quests that I had and realized that a bunch of them I can do.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Oops.
Here's your apricot.
Oh, my health is very low. I did not notice. I'm gonna eat the pizza someone gave me.
I gave it to the wrong person?
Pizza is good for your health.
Yay! Yes, it very much is. And
Ah, that peaceful mine music.
yes. Next, Willy wants a squid.
Oh my.
I remember there's like one quest by Willy in this game that is just like, I am discreet need of truffle oil. Please do not ask question. And I'm just like, Willy, I don't think truffle oil is body safe. Please don't. Alright. Done.
Whoops.
These quests don't pay a lot, but they give friendship levels with the villagers.
Well, that's useful.
Yeah.
Oops. Hmm. I'm gonna eat the cake, the chocolate cake that you gave me last week.
Yay!
Eat cake. Nom nom nom.
So we have 2 ducks, 1 chicken, 2 dinosaurs. Oh, we have 2 chickens. We only have 1 rabbit.
There's also, I believe there's a dinosaur egg still in the fridge, just because I didn't know what to do with it at that point in time.
Yeah, I put it in the, that's why we just hatched a second one, because I put it in the incubator.
Nice.
But you can make dinosaur mayonnaise with it.
That sounds unpleasant.
Alright, I have a duck feather for the board. You should really consider buying the auto-gatherers for the barn and the coop. They do cost like a pretty penny each, but they mean you don't have to manually like milk everything.
That sounds nice.
Hi, Robin. Just hammering away in the middle of the rain.
Doing her thing.
I respect your work ethic, but that's going a bit far, Robin.
Well, I mean, she does hammer like once every 30 minutes.
Yeah, but it's in the pouring rain.
Well, that's what she gets for only hammering once every 30 minutes. Then she has to work in the
I
rain
guess.
to make up for the slack.
I guess like in the night between the like second and third day when the shed is built, she just like goes into demon mode and builds an entire shed overnight, but takes it easy until then. Hello, Mr. Genua. Okay. Oh, I should go get that. I just got a bunch of morals. And I just reminded me of like the moray, the fish. And then it just was make me thinking of the parody of like it was like if you see a big eel and his teeth are like steel, that's a moray.
Uh-oh. Oopsie doodles.
You died! Oh no! That's what you get for being an explorer, Dora.
Had to perform emergency surgery on me.
Do you have health insurance?
Apparently not. I had to pay him $1,000.
Oh jeez. That's actually cheaper than the American healthcare system.
And I lost the coal and gold ore that I got.
Oh no.
Oh.
If you go talk to the guy in charge of the Adventurers Guild, you can ask him to retrieve one of those objects. You can just take the mine cart to the mine if you want to go talk to him real quick and get it sorted out. He's only open like late in the night anyway.
I am too worried about... Oh, because it's so close to... I'm just going to bed.
Okay. You're still working at like 50 past midnight, Robin? Wow. I was hoping you had some physical health burns, but you don't. Oh well. I think they appear in the summer. I sold an anchor. I forgot to spend a day cooking fish.
Alright.
Today is a flower festival.
Oh no.
Nice sword.
I changed the sign by accident. Changed it back to something. I keep accidentally doing that, changing the signs.
I keep trying to give Robin my wood, but because she's working, she's not willing to accept it. I had the hardwood for the quest, by the way. I just realized how I worded it. I mean, to be fair, I would probably be better than her husband. He's kind of a dick. I don't like him. He treats her like shit, and the more you go into those storylines, he clearly favors his biological daughter over his adopted son, who he neglects.
Aww.
Yeah. Not great.
Oh. I have a bunch of rocks on me.
Hello, kitty. I'll take care of the animals before the dance. Oh, right. I keep forgetting that I'm trying to get the diamonds to put in the fish pond. You have so many diamonds. I forgot that one of your viewers just like showered you with diamonds.
Yeah.
Hello, animal friends. Oh shit! I just. I think I'm just the next time I have a dinosaur egg, I'm going to hatch another dinosaur, if only because I want to call one of them Eddie Lizard.
We still have one in the fridge.
I thought I already used that. Oh well, there's one here. There we go. Ah, power dance.
That's through the south end of the...
Yes.
Excellent. Ready whenever you are.
Yeah, I'll just finish sorting the cheese maker and all of that. And then I'll join. They call me the cheese maker. Okay.
Oh.
Whoa.
Hmm?
Nothing, my screen flashed weird. The funniest one is asking Haley to dance with you when you have no friendship with her. It is so funny. Because she's so brutal compared to everyone else.
Yeah, I believe I talked to pretty much...
Talk to her again. Talk to her again and ask her to dance.
You know.
So brutal. It's like the whole thing of like, the worst you can say is no. But people don't take into account that she could go, ew, no! Hey, Marlon.
Well, I mean, I do have goat legs and an owl permanently on my head, so...
Fair enough. Hi, Marnie. She says that Lewis is going to ask her to dance with him. These two kind of like make me a little sad. He needs to treat her better, because like if you have enough like hearts with either of them, you can like stumble upon them in town talking, and he's like, I know how you feel, but we can't let people know it's going to like compromise her position as the mayor. And she's like, I understand. And I'm just like, Lewis, you dick!
Aw.
Fucking- nobody gives a shit. Alright, let's ask Lewis.
Well, I tried to ask your character to dance and it said you can't handle it at the moment.
Huh.
Which made me interpret that as you can't handle that.
I like
Deal
your
with
like your red little top thing. It's really fun.
Thank you. It's a tuxedo, apparently.
Just like wearing the top of a tuxedo and no pants is a power move. I can't get Lewis to start the dance.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yay. I wonder if the reason why you can ask me to dance is because I had already asked Abigail.
Maybe. You think with the polyamory thing, it would let you ask?
I guess it would
multiple
have to like overhaul the cutscene if that's the case, though.
people? True.
Well, at least nobody gave me flack for wearing weird goggles. Just like total goblin energy walking up to ask someone to dance. Maybe we didn't install the polyamory mod, we installed the polyarmory.
Ah.
And we can ask however many people we want to join our adventuring party. Ooh, I made wine. The keg I had in my room produced a wine. I'm just gonna take a quick look around to make sure that there's nothing urgent we have to take care of today before heading to bed. There's a little bit of time for that. There might be some stuff in the greenhouse. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of stuff ready to harvest in the greenhouse. Nice. Doot 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 doot. Just gonna replant some seeds real quick. There we go. Yeah, carrots. Carrots are delicious.
I do love carrots.
They are nice and sweet.
I was disappointed recently because I tried to get carrots at the grocery store and they don't seem to have the ones I usually get for cheap.
Oh no! They are a staple of cooking.
And I make a lot of
Oh.
like vegetable rice that I usually put them in.
I like mushrooms a lot too. Uh,
Same.
but the stuff that I tend to like always keep a stock and keep buying and buying is onions. I love having a lot of onions in a lot of stuff that I make. Um,
Same. I usually buy the 10-pound bags of onion.
the the other day I actually tried that like an old like French recipe, which is just bacon onion.
Hmm.
That's all the steps. It's like the same way that you would bake like a potato, you bake an onion. And then like once it's done, it's like really soft. It's really soft and warm. Like you just like put it in the oven at 350, keeping the skin on, um, for like 30 to 40 minutes. And then like once it's done, you cut into the peel and it just slides out like all warm and soft. And you just put like a little bit of butter in there with a little salt and pepper and you eat it as is and it's delicious.
That sounds really good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be back in
Uh,
just 1 second.
mhm. Mm-mm-mm. Ba-da-ba-ba. Hello, chat. I see that grouchy Ash is there. The grouchiest Ash. Mm.
Okay, I'm back. I came back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
I love the weird noises when it rains.
Yeah.
It really feels like there's some cryptids out there.
Yeah, those like howls and stuff.
Ah, yes, we have a shade. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can make more preserved jars. Ideally, I would want more kegs because one is worth more, but there's pickling things is faster and it's a good interim for making money until you have like what you need to make kegs because they require more resources. Okay, I was able to make a couple more. We are completely out of stone though, and
I
coal, and it dug into our wood, but that's fine. Hi.
I'm gonna go to. I don't think we've touched our quarry in a while. I'm gonna go there and
Good idea.
get some stuff. Oh.
We can also upgrade the shed to the big shed, but like it's not required at the moment with the number of jars we have. When it's time to scale up our operation, we might want to. And I
Yeah.
like to think that we're like Prohibition era moonshiners at this point. Because that's an exciting narrative.
I like it.
So one tip that I give people is to put a preserve jar in front of the shed, because it acts as a reminder of when the jars inside have finished doing their thing.
Ooh, yeah.
Otherwise, you need to enter like all the time to figure out if it's done or not.
That's a good idea.
Eee. It's almost like sometimes I am smart.
You're always smart.
Oh, thank you. I can be a little silly sometimes.
You can be silly and still smart at the same time.
That's fair. That's fair. There we go. We have a bunch of strawberries.
I love
I am going
strawberries.
to harvest them. Same. Although it also depends on when they're picked. Like I like strawberries that have been freshly picked and they still have their full sweetness. I don't like the ones that have been picked like ripe and put on a truck so that they ripen on the shelves because they're just not as sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Now that I think about it, I should probably put a bunch. Yeah, I'm gonna park the seed makers for a while just so that we have strawberry seeds for next year. Because you can't really buy them. Well, you can buy them late in the season, and if you want them on first spring, you just have to make the seeds yourself. We have some sunflowers, which are perfect gifts for Haley. It's her favorite flower.
Excellent.
Of course, she did just go you at the flower festival, so I'm assuming that like people who go for Haley want a dom. No, I saw some people talk about the different archetypes, and think one of them was Alex, where people were like, yeah, Alex is like the kind of bully character that like is popular in gay media because of gay guys who were pining for their bullies. That's her fantasy. And somebody was like, hey, just so you know, Haley is the lesbian version of that. straw made this berry?
Oh. Alright, so I finished the quarry and I've been in the mines for a little bit just to collect rocks, and I now am just about at 200 stones.
Nice.
Oh. 205. Alright. And I got some coal too.
And wait, that's not for seeds. Wait a second, I thought I was planting carrot, but I just planted a kakarot. Get out of here, Goku. Okay, so I brought 205 stones, and I also have Nice.
324 pieces of wood.
You know, there's a button where you can like put everything in the chest at once.
I did.
Okay.
Like, you mean everything I'm carrying or everything?
Everything that's already in stacks in the chest is just going to replenish the stacks.
Oh.
It's one of the squares on the right. It's the one with the arrow pointing towards a bunch of little white squares. If there's something that it detects in your inventory that's in the chest, it's going to just like immediately move all of them at the same time.
Oh, nice. Okay. Boop.
Yeah, when I discovered that, I was like, oh, this is cool.
That is cool. Very useful.
Oh shit, I forgot the animals. I gotta take care of them. Might be too late to pet them. Yeah, they're trying to sleep. Oh well.
Yeah, it's that time of day when they're like, fuck off, I'm sleeping.
Yeah. I'm sleeping over here. I don't know where that like stereotype for New Yorkers come from because I'm pretty sure they don't say these kind of things. I don't know wood. I might go plant a bunch of trees so that we have wood we can collect later. Do I have stuff to make tree fertilizer? That would help. Ba-ba-da-ba. Tree fertilizer requires... Oh, my character in this game is too low level to make it. Okay, I'll just plant trees normally.
Is that something I can make?
Maybe?
Tree fertilizer. I think I can make that.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I think it just requires fiber and stone. Although we just had stone, it's not like super required. It's just like so the way that trees grow in this game is that every day it does a check and there's 1/16 chance that a tree will grow to the next stage. And once it's at stage 5, it's a full-grown tree. And what the tree fertilizer does is it guarantees growth after a certain amount of time instead of leaving it to chance. So effectively, trees grow faster.
Okay.
Like it's faster. It's useful if you want to have like a lot of wood right now, a lot of wood quick. But like planting a lot of tree seeds and eventually collecting it, like if you're not in a super hurry, and we kind of are not, I guess, it's fine. So I'm just going to plant a bunch of seeds and tree seeds and like go collect later.
I'm just making a little bit of the fertilizer so that we can use that when we need it. I'm gonna go put it in the chest with the other stuff.
Cool.
Seed growy stuff. Yeah. There.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. All right, so I think. Oh, come on, kitty. Why are you doing this to me, cat?
That's what cats do.
Blocking my path to the bed.
Yes.
What? You, ki- but,
That is what kitties do.
come on. All right, I think I have. I can do one more in-game day,
All right.
and then I will have to stop for some dinner. Pet the kitty. I kicked the kitty a bunch, so I'm petting them in the morning.
Oh my god. Every time I see tulips, that flower has been ruined for me. Because a while back, a bunch of like porn producers made a Batman, like Adam West Batman parody, and I decided to watch it because it sounded funny. And there's a scene in which the Riddler is trying to seduce Batgirl, and he says, "Hey, Batgirl, how is a flower like a pussy when it has two lips?" And I'm just like, God damn. That is so gross, so stupid, but so funny.
Well, hey Flo, what's better than
Yes?
roses on your piano?
It was.
Two lips on your organ.
Oh, God damn it! So funny. Oh no! Go. Gotta repair the fence, it broke down overnight. There we go, nice and repaired. Okay, little cows. Oh yeah, I think I'll go see Marnie about potentially getting those auto collector things. It would free some space on my hotbar if I don't have to carry like the shears and the pail and all of that.
And it would save time.
E. Perfect. Chub Frenzy! That Chub Frenzy used to be my DMs on FetLife for a while.
The DMs on FetLife never cease to amaze me with how gross people can be.
Yeah.
One of my most recent ones was someone messaging me, and they were a cis male that messaged me, the first ever message, like had followed me. I didn't follow them back. First ever message they send me is, hey, if you want to do some real activism, accusing me of not actually doing any kind of activism, essentially. If you
Hmm.
want to do some real activism, then marry me so that I can get out of the States.
What?
Yeah. So that, again, this person, it's the first time ever messaging me.
That's that's not how Canadian immigration works.
Exactly. It's like, that's not even how it works. And like, because I've been close with couples who have been separated because of the border, and they have spent years and years trying to get their other partner over into Canada.
Yeah.
It is extremely difficult. Plus, that would require like them actually living with me and me having some responsibility over them once they're here, which I would never do with a complete stranger. Like, I'm not going to bring you here. Not to mention that if you went to their profile, they had made a post relatively recently that just said, I'm going to find the ugliest fat Canadian bitch with a passport to marry.
Yikes.
And then the DMs people with that still public. Like, what is wrong with people?
Yeah, absolutely. And Canada has one of the strictest immigration systems in the world. It's really fucking horrifying. It's from the Harper era, and we never corrected them because why would the people in power care about doing that, right?
Yeah.
Uh, that's why whenever people say like, "Oh, I'll move to Canada," I'm like, "Not that easy, my friend.
Yeah.
It really is not."
The only thing with the immigration that I saw that, like, personally saw that was, that I'm like, okay, I like that they do this was a friend of mine had, was from the UK, not a Canadian
Mhm,
citizen, and they came over because they were supposed to get married to a Canadian. And when
mhm.
they were here, once they got to the person in person, that person was extremely physically and mentally abusive.
Yikes.
And there was evidence to that. And because she had evidence of the abuse and everything, the government extended her visa for a few years, allowing her to be able to access things and, still keep her safe, like, safety network that she'd built in Canada.
Mhm.
And I liked that because that is something that, like, if she didn't have that, she would have felt the necessity to stay in the abusive relationship, so that she wouldn't just have to leave the country, because otherwise that's what she would have had to do, is immediately leave. And she was
Yeah,
able to,
unfortunately.
yeah, she was able to instead stay, and then she ended up meeting her soulmate because she stayed.
Good. I do think that like organization like Rainbow Railroad does good work. Um, but that's one of the few avenues that like queer folks have to try to get asylum here. Um, even then, it's not easy. They are very much overstretched these days. Charity is never a solution for systemic issues. It's only a band-aid solution, but I do admire the work that they do just because at least somebody's doing it, right? Oh, God.
Also, like, going back to the message from that dude, I would never marry a man, no matter the circumstance. Like, the marriage, like I mentioned, would like take some trust because it puts power into the other person's hand,
Yep.
and they could easily abuse that. And I would never trust a man with that.
Understandable.
I am not comfortable with that. And wouldn't want a man around me that much. I'm very uncomfortable with cis het men.
Mm.
And I
I'm
mean,
gonna guess he took that with grace.
yeah. I block liberally. That person I just kind of ignored at first. But yeah, for my own mental health, block that shit often.
Hmm. I get it.
I like to call people out on their shit when I can,
Hmm.
but it's all about if I have the spoons and if I feel up to doing it. Because I don't owe anybody any, you know, intellectual or emotional labor for free.
Yeah. I asked Robin to construct us a mother-in-law.
I was actually thinking about doing a series of like TikToks or Instagram reels or whatever that are what DMs actually mean. And I was going to show some of these DMs, block out the names or whatever, but show the DMs that I get, like that one, and then reenact what they're actually saying with that shit.
Yes.
Like, oh,
Yeah,
hi,
I'm
I have
sure.
absolutely no respect for your boundaries and did not even read your profile, but, I think I'm special.
I'm sure. I'm sure that as cis guy, he's going to be very oppressed with the upcoming regime. Really tragic. It's the forced feminization that they've been warned about for so long.
It also,
But also just thinking of yourself as a prize enough that like approaching someone and be like, marry me is gonna work.
yeah, exactly. Like thinking you're special enough that that's going to actually work. Also, if they read my profile at all, it says clearly that I am not interested in any way in cis het men. Although the only so that gets complex with kink because someone
Mm,
could, for example, someone could be a lesbian but still enjoy kink play with men, and
yeah, that was
sometimes
fun,
it's
yeah.
hard. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to explain to people, but like it's because, kink doesn't have to involve actual sexual stuff and it's about control or whatever. And so it doesn't
Yeah,
mean that the person's actually attracted to that gender.
yeah.
I try my best to make that clear, but some people just don't get it, especially cishet men, because they always think that they're the exception to the rule, and that's the thing. Is it says all over my profile I'm not interested in them, and they're like, but I'm me.
I have the magic dick.
Yeah, and it's like they think they're special and they're like, "But you see, I think you'll change your mind for me." Meanwhile, it's an empty profile and they have never said anything to me of substance or at all in general.
Mm,
Uh, so,
oh my god. When I said the word magic dick, I just remembered one of the best pickup line that a trans girl used on me once because it was so funny. We were all talking and flirting, and at some point she just went, You know, I'm not like other girls. I have a 6-inch dick, and I just started laughing so fucking hard. I was like, okay, well played. That was a very funny twist on that like common term.
Whoops.
She could back that up though. She was right.
Oh, I don't have coal. Whoops.
But I don't know, like I will also be honest, I love opossums, they're so cute. I will
Possums?
be honest. Yeah, opossum. There was an opossum in the game. It just looked at me, screamed, and ran away.
I love possums.
Yeah. And I'm going to be honest with you, and no offense to all the cis men in the audience. Once you've had girl dick, regular dick is just. It's just. I don't like it as much. I really don't. There we go. We're missing very few things actually. Cool. Summer might be when we finally finish the entire center.
We have a lot of sap.
Yeah, there's not that much you can do with it. I know eventually we can make like some fiber plants, which is a good way to get fiber. And you can make your crop like preserve jars or wine instead of selling the product itself. The quality doesn't affect the outcome, so quality fertilizer, like the only kind of fertilizer you really need is the one that makes things grow faster. And that doesn't use sap. Like, there's not that much use for it.
Whoops. I did it again.
Here, let me, let me, um, sorry. Let me pretend to be one of the people in your DMs.
Oh god.
Okay?
Okay.
Here. Take my cockle. So dumb.
No.
This is so dumb.
That was good though.
I could. But that's kind of essentially what it is when you get suspended in your DMs. I was part of a community once who came down on me hard for just making like a passing comment, making a little fun of a chaser that I had in DMs, and people were just like, "You're a horrible person for classifying this person as a chaser. You don't know this person. You're judging this person very harshly." And I was just like, "You don't know what it is to be a trans woman. I can detect these kind of people, like trying to friend me out of nowhere, sending me a DM, and like being part of a couple of groups that has like slurs as the name of the group and things like that. Like, I know how to identify a chaser." And then and then they were saying things like, and then I was saying like, it's fetishistic. It's not great. I don't like to be fetishized. And then there was just like, and then one guy just went, "Well, I'm heterosexual and I'm attracted to women. Are you saying that I fetishize women for being attracted to them?" And I was like, "My dude, sexual orientation and fetishization are not the same thing. And also, yes, there totally are guys who fetishize women. What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yep.
Very unpleasant.
And it's, Somehow always men that are saying things that are just awful. Awful takes.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was like, it's because, and I was trying to explain why fetishization is problematic because, like, we're Kingster. Fetish is our whole thing. And I'm just like, I think you're confusing some terms here. Fetish and fetishization are not the same thing. Um, Also, you're confounding like consensual fetishization and objectification and non-consensual, which is very different.
Yeah.
Anyway, that got me really upset, and I had to leave that community, which made me very sad.
Mm.
But hey, people don't believe the experience of trans women.
Yep. Unfortunately, like I hate that when you like join communities and then once you're in there you find out that they don't think through some things that they really should and don't give the support that they really should.
Yeah, yeah,
All right, well, that is all I can do for tonight. That's all I have time for. I have to eat food.
yeah. And I'm gonna have to head to bed soon because I'm working in the morning.
Yes, you have to go to bed.
Feels weird.
And
Feels very weird.
yeah, so I hope you have a great day back to work tomorrow. And I hope it's easy on
Yeah,
you
me
tomorrow.
too.
Oh, excuse me, I just burped. And yeah, thank you everybody or anybody who joined. Don't forget to give me a follow. And every Monday is
Yeah.
Mental Health Monday, usually with Flofloseal,
Yes.
who is the other voice you hear speaking.
Hello.
So make sure to give her a follow as well. And the next time, well, are we going to be doing Divinity on Wednesday?
I would like to, but I, hmm, I, so chat, I am going through a breakup and I'm very emotional. I do not know how I will be on Wednesday.
So yeah, we'll see. So
But-
Wednesday will be in the air then, and we'll see how it goes this week.
Yes. If I would like to, because I enjoy playing Divinity, but I want to give myself space to cry if I need to.
Yeah, so maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll shorten the amount of time, or maybe like try and give little breaks in the middle or something like that. And yeah, so we might do Divinity Original Sin on Wednesday together, and then I do The Witcher 2 on Thursdays.
Yes, The Witcher.
Yeah, I've been very much enjoying that. It's been picking up. So yeah, everybody have a great night, and thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good night.
Bye.